welcome back to the channel. We're here at this house here today. No gutters, of course. I didn't know. That's what happens when you do them online and can't see them. But we got this house here, pretty big, got a lot of vegetation. You got Callum over here dumping out the line. And yeah, it's a nice one. Careful with those doors. And yeah, we got our 28-foot ladder set up right here. And just start doing this hip roof here, do that little section, keep going, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it.
Is there anything off this side over here?
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so we've been using this wand lately. Thing's great, guys. Like I always say, get it at softwashfactory.com. I'll have the link in the description below. And I've been using it mainly because of that 45 at the end. And it's extremely light. I can hold it with one hand, no problem at all. Yes, of course I'm using a poly gun, but you could drop this wand and it will not break. You could smack it against something, it will not break, right? So that's the whole point of it as well. But also that 45 is giving me just such a good angle from spraying on these roofs. No overspray really over the ridge anymore, all over furniture and decks. Alright guys, we're done with the right side here and this part in here. So we're just taking some of our tarps off. We're gonna water down the plants even more and just kind of keep up on the plants basically, because they will be dripping here and there. And I also did explain to the customer as well that plants are going to be burnt, not that they may be, but that they are going to be burnt, and that there is a deck out back too. You guys are gonna see that as well. That deck is going to be wrecked, not wrecked, but we're gonna have to get it restained. But that's kind of what you have to do sometimes when you want to get your roof wash and other things like that. We're gonna obviously try to keep up with it with that Goulds booster pump Callum has there, but we'll see what happens, guys. This may just be a few spots on it instead of it just completely unstaining the deck, okay? So we're gonna be doing this little A here, finish up the front, the left side, and I'll show you that back where that deck is, mahogany deck with a stain on it. Let's go finish up this roof. Alright guys, so like I was just saying, there is a deck in the back and there's some stain on it. We tested it out. It took that stain completely off, kind of turned it orange as well. The customer understands that. The customer says that he is just going to restain his deck and that he would rather have his roof cleaned and take the chance. And it's not really taking a chance. It's more like he's going to have to touch it up with his stain or restain the whole entire deck. Basically we ended up doing it so there was some spots on it here and there from some overspray and from it dripping down one of the hip roofs from the front here, from right here. So I'm spraying this roof here and then it goes over, and I had to spray it from the front because you can't even get it from the back without a big production, you know. And I didn't have Callum out back spraying the deck at this moment, and it did drip down there. But again, the customer knows, the customer signs off, and you're all set, guys. Make sure that they sign a contract that would state something like that in it. Even if you write it on a goddamn piece of paper, you're better off than nothing, right? Just so you can get the job done, and then maybe formally put one together and send it to them and have them sign a formal one as well. And also, guys, this guy knows as well that many plants will have burned leaves on them. The plants will come back in the springtime, dude. It's not that big of a issue, you know. Some people it's the end of the world. So but I mean, it's great. So if they know, like I just told the guys straight up, right, that you know, if you even want to do the job, right? Like this is what it entails. Because I didn't know that he didn't have gutters. It was my fault. We didn't ask if they had gutters on the house, and especially because I couldn't even see it online. But that was a little mistake. But at the same point, you know, we ended up doing the job, which is great. But also, he knows and expects the worst. But most likely,
everything's gonna be okay, right? And like with that deck, it ended up really decent actually for what it was, for saying, hey, if it when the mix does get on it, if it's not flooded with water, it just strips the stain right off of it. So, and that's just how some decks are and some painted areas are. And some people are down. They're like, hey, I'm willing to do it. And this is the back of the roof right here, where I'm talking about, where this deck is. Callum's down there just soaking it to death. He already soaked it like crazy. And then you can see right there to the right of me is where that hip roof is coming down, and then it goes on to like the garage area. It's a big funnel area basically. And I already kind of noticed that in the beginning when talking to the customer, to tell them that that is what's going to happen, and that is what happened. It is what it is though, you know. He's gonna have a great looking roof, and you know, I mean, it's just a little bit of stain, guys. No, not everybody cares that much, you know. But the moral of the story is educate your customers, make sure they are fully aware, have them sign something. And that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully we don't have any wrecked decks. Peace out, guys.